Are you ready? Are you ready, husband?
He's got
You
his
want
headset
to?
on.
Oh, I thought he was talking to you.
No, he's playing video games.
Ah.
So I'll mute myself in between stuff.
Well, hello everyone. Sorry, I feel froggish, but we are here to discuss Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert, and we're gonna have Katie do her dramatic read of the synopsis, and then we will get started.
As always, we can't stop the tradition. Danica Brown knows what she wants. Professional success, academic renown, and an occasional roll in the hay to relieve all that career-driven tension. But romance? Been there, done that, burn the t-shirt. So, Dani asks the universe for the perfect friend with benefits. When brooding security guards Zafir Ansari rescues her from a workplace fire drill gone wrong, it's an obvious sign. PhD student Dani and ex-rugby player Zaf are destined to sleep together. But before she can explain that fact, a video of the heroic rescue goes viral. And now half the internet is shipping #Dr. Rug Bay, and Zaf is begging Dani to play along. Dani's plan is simple. Fake a relationship in public, seduce Zaf behind the scenes. But Grumpy Zaf is secretly a romantic, and he is determined to corrupt Dani's stone-cold realism. With every fake day to midnight meeting, Dani's easy lay becomes more complex than her thesis. Has her wish backfired, or is the universe waiting for her to take a hint? Dun, dun, dun.
Nobody knows.
Apart from us.
So what did we all think of this one? Like, what was our rating?
Let me have a look.
I gave it a 4-star.
I think I was about the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's come out as a 4.5, but 4.5. Yeah.
Yay for witchy representation. Woo!
Yeah, I liked that.
I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I wasn't expecting to have
that was a
kind of
surprise
the
to
real
me.
world representation of it instead of just the standard fantasy representation.
What format did we read it in?
I mostly listened to audiobook of this one.
Same.
I had it on Audible. When I listened to the first one, I went and got the next one.
I had physical and I had audio.
But I liked the audio with the first one, so that's why I got the audio again. And again, I enjoyed the audio as well. I think it's the same narrator anyway.
Yeah, I think so. Characters. Who was our favorite character? Or do we have a favorite character?
I really like Dani.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, the niece was a good one. Even though she doesn't play a very big role in the book, it seems like she's cluing in on things faster than the main characters are.
She brings a different viewpoint to the whole situation, a younger viewpoint, so I thought it was interesting.
Agreed. I forget her name, but it was Dani's friend. She was a little sassy at times.
Damn. Sasha, I think? Was it Sasha?
Sasha, Sorsha, I don't know.
It might have been Sorsha.
I'm trying to find it in the book.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through other characters as well. I don't really remember too much of other characters other than like Dani and Zaf were just, you know, the main two.
Sorsha is her name.
But I did like Zaf as a character.
I don't know why, but in the beginning, I guess because we don't know too much about him, I thought he was black like Dani. I didn't think that he was Indian until later on in the book.
Mm.
No, I picked up on his race pretty quickly.
But I don't hate it. I've noticed that so far in this series, both books between Chloe and Dani, they're both mixed races. And I like that. I like the diversity.
Yeah. There's a lot of representation in these books. Like with Chloe, it's like the disability rep. And a lot of like, you know, what wasn't it Red that had like PTSD or something?
Yeah, like
Or
from
something
a
traumatic.
past relationship. And then with Zaf, we have anxiety representation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I thought that was handled pretty well as someone who deals with anxiety. It pretty much, it kind of forms the way that like sometimes my panic attacks can be. So I thought it was worded really well.
Yeah, like the bits that I was listening to, I was like, I know this too well.
Yeah.
Random
Hand grab.
This is what happens when you have a couple's office.
I thought you were going to say this is what happens when you have a husband.
That too. Yeah,
when you have a husband in the same room.
Oh, I see.
Yep. Do we have any least favorite characters in this one?
I can't really think of any that I didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't have really any strong feelings against any of the characters that were supposed to maybe be like negative. Like her ex, I didn't really think much of her. It's like I felt bad for her because she wanted more of a relationship than what she wanted at the time. So it's like I felt more sorry for her than I did like any like strong dislike feelings.
Yeah. I guess because also they painted that as like it was in the past already. It's kind of like okay, I'm indifferent about it. It sucks that it happened, but she's clearly like moved on and everything. But I don't think that there's one given character that's just like, oh, I don't like this one.
No, I can't think of anyone that I detested.
No, this was a good wholesome type. Everybody's got their part to play.
And I really didn't think it did these kind of standard miscommunication trope, but not as like leaned in. It didn't lean into it as most of them did.
No, it didn't. What do we think about the plot of this one?
I mean, it covers a lot of heavy topics, so it was quite, handled well.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about this series so far is that, yeah, it has some hard-hitting topics, but they're done in a way that is manageable, and you can see how the characters handle them throughout.
Like, you can see the author's done her research.
Yeah, it's done in a way that it just makes it part of everyday life without like thrusting in your face consistently.
I don't know how we pulled that
it's
off.
kind of hard to explain.
Yes, the author did pull that off well. The writing style.
Yeah, it's quite easy to follow the writing and even the audiobook.
Yeah, I didn't have too much of an issue whether we read the first one or this one. And I feel like the third one's going to be the same way. So it's a very easygoing. You just kind of follow along with the characters.
It really flew by too.
It
The
did.
way like how easy the writing was to follow, it just flew by.
Yeah, I found it with the first one as well. Like you fly through them quite quickly. And they're not like skinny contemporaries either. They're quite,
No, I
chunky,
mean,
chunky size.
let's see. Dani Brown was 300 and something. 361 is my copy.
Yeah, same. 361.
So, not a big book, but not a small book either.
No.
Favorite part of the book?
I think anytime that Zaf reading romance novels were pretty hilarious. Anytime that was brought up, I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. I definitely didn't expect someone who played rugby or any kind of sport to be reading romance novels. So that was always fun to read. And then the thing that she did for him with the romance novels, like getting them all signed and writing little notes and things, that was cute.
Yeah, that was super sweet, and how he used it kind of as an outlet of dealing with grief of losing his dad and his brother. That was another thing I felt like she did well, was handling of grief.
Yeah. I almost forgot about that as part of which it plays a significant part in the book, but not compared to what their characters are doing. So I like that she was able to like almost put it together and keep it like neither one of them overpowered the other.
Yeah, it gave him definitely more of a stronger background instead of like the standard male romance characters that you see in a lot of older romance books. It gave him a little bit more depth and more brain cells.
Yes. I agree. And of course, the way that Dani won him back or brought him back so they could be together, that was cute. Do we have
I like when the other sisters play an appearance as well.
Yeah.
And how they pretty much kind of called her out on her freaking out and not understanding that he actually likes you while you open your eyes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Harry, I see you.
And he's in his waterboard now. Hey, get your paws out of there.
He was just walking away and I was like, Harry.
He's like, I want a drink of water now.
Come back to me.
Lots of bush.
Do we have a least favorite part?
I can't think of any.
I have traveled
Yeah, I
26
can't think
miles
of
by
anything
foot.
either.
It was a nice, jolly book.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was just a nice, even on a level playing field. There was no roller coaster up and down type to the extreme, I would say.
Yeah, and there's no point where, I thought that either character was acting stupidly or anything. Like everything was, you understood, them and yeah.
Because I can't think of any. There was no one character that you would hate.
No.
There was no oh, I really hated that part of the book.
But yeah,
if
even
I had to gripe
you know,
about something, it would be the length. It's like, I want more. Give me more.
Oh, yes. She probably could have added more, but at the same time, I think this is a good length.
Mm.
Because I'm trying to think of what she would have expanded on if she were to make it bigger. And I can't think of too much, if any.
Yeah.
How long was the first one? Do we remember?
I can look it up.
I don't even see it on my shelves to grab it.
No, I think mine's in storage. Load!
Because they seem to be about the same, I think. About 300-ish pages.
Goodreads says 384.
So Chloe Brown was actually younger.
Huh. But they're not far off from each other, like 20 pages, really, isn't it?
Yeah. No, so for what their stories are, they are like almost perfect size.
Mm.
It looks like the third one, the Eve Brown, is the longest at 400 pages. At least the ebook is 400 pages.
What is it? Act Your Age.
Dog.
I have it here.
Yeah. Oh no, hang on. Physical. Let's go.
My copy is $3.75, so it's.
I've got a book here.
It's
Yeah,
not.
I went to a paperback copy and it says $3.77. So
Yeah, so that's still pretty close.
Yeah, 375 the hardback, which is only a few pages difference, really.
Yeah. Good size, good for the series and everything.
International Goof Off Day.
Today?
Yeah, someone put in your comments, International Goof Off Day.
Oh, swank. Hey, swank. Happy World Water Day and International Goof Off Day.
it's a good thing it's a weekend. We have permission to goof off then.
I was going to say, don't we do that anyway?
Howdy, swank. Did you read Take a Hint, Dani Brown? What are your thoughts? Would you reread this one?
In a few years' time, I probably would, because I did with Chloe Brown. I read that again.
Yeah, same.
I would if I wanted a palate cleanser or something like.
Yeah, or because this was such a nice level-headed book, that was quite a nice read. If I need something that I know I would enjoy because it was a nice read.
For sure.
Yeah. Or unless she created another world with like other characters or something, then to refresh.
Yeah. I would reread this one. I might reread it.
I feel like with Chloe Brown, that was more up and down, wasn't it? Like with a lot of stuff.
That one had a lot of. It almost seemed like it was more hard hitting. Some of the things that they talked about.
Yeah, they were very up and down, and then they had this big ass disagreement that went way out of control.
Right.
Whereas this one, it was just all like level.
Yeah, it's so like Chloe Brown to me kind of went like this, whereas Dani was like little ones, and then you had like they broke up type thing, but they ended up getting back together in the end. So, whereas Chloe Brown had that big fight, and then they got back together. So it'll be interesting to see what the third sister Eve does.
Wow.
I
may have already listened to it.
You may have already listened to
Cheater,
it.
cheater, pumpkin eater.
Well, I had a
Seriously.
prompt to in my TBR game to finish the series, and I was like, "Oh well, I'm gonna have to finish this one." So I was like, "I've literally just but at least
Well, that now gives us permission, Sam, that we can read it and we don't have to wait for
exactly."
book club.
And if anything, this could be the next month's book if you wanted to. So either way.
Oh my goodness. We'll see if I can fit it in.
But hey, that means that you both get it read as well. No, it does make you feel good when you finish a trilogy.
Yeah.
I don't often finish trilogies or duologies, and I normally just like I'm in the middle, either in the middle or I'm like the first or second book in them. And I was like, what could I put towards that prompt? Like I literally could just like, I was like, the only one I can go with really is this one. I was like, I'm sure they'll forgive me. As long as we chat about it this year.
No, I don't forgive you. How dare you? Rude.
I'm sorry, all right.
Swing says no.
For
I
once,
didn't
I just-
read the book. I saw you were live, so I thought I'd stop by and say hi and boop the like button. Thank you. Off to sprint jump. Y'all have a good one. Bye, Swang.
Bye.
Laura stopped in. Hey, lovelies. Just here to show book 2 love and hear your thoughts. We're talking about Take a Hint, Dani Brown by Talia Hibbert. So far, the consensus is that it was a good, even, wholesome book.
Yeah.
And we were given.
And apparently, we already have a notebook fixed.
Yeah.
And they were giving me
We're giving
evils.
crap because she already read the 3rd book.
So now we have to read
Because
it.
when Alicia was like, well, it will be interesting to see what the 3rd one's like. And I'm just like, well. See, normally it's Sam in this situation, like with the Jennifer Cup books. It's like, I'm not saying that.
I know, with the From Blood and Ash books.
Yes.
Which I am about a quarter of the way into Shadow and Ember right now.
I need to start it.
I need to start that one as well.
That'll
probably be part of my catching up reading next week. I believe we left off in would you buy this for someone question.
Won't have enough space to.
If they enjoyed romance books, then
Right. I mean, it depends, because if they haven't read the first one, then I would buy the first one for them and then say, okay, if you like the first one, go get this one, and then, buy the 3rd one.
Yeah, like, for example, if you'd only read the first one and you weren't going to get the second one because, funds or whatever, I'd be like, wow, it's your birthday coming up, I'll get you the second one.
Exactly.
That sort of situation. But yeah.
In the same token, I feel like you could read this one without reading the first one.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything really spoilery other than who is together. But then I think it's really obvious anyway with the books. Like, obviously, it's about the couple.
Right. And like we mentioned earlier, there are, like, you see her sisters in a scene, and you know that Chloe is with someone. But if you haven't read the first book, you're not gonna know, really.
Yeah, you could only assume.
Exactly.
But yeah, it can be read as a standalone, really.
It can be, yeah. But I like it better as the series. So
yeah, it makes more sense, because then when you read it along, you're like, see, I know Chloe and Ray.
Exactly. Would you read another book by this author? Obviously, we've read 2 of them now.
Yes.
So yeah, and I'll probably.
She's written loads of other books as well, like way loads of books.
Yeah, she's got a YA novel too that I would be interested in reading.
That's the what is it? Highly Suspicious and Cute or something like that. Highly cute and I don't know. I have it.
It's something in that vein.
Oh, it's that Christmassy one, isn't it?
No. Gosh, you're gonna make me find
I'm thinking of something different.
Hold on.
I would have to Goodreads. Her book.
Holding.
Stupid.
Holding. I'm holding. Holding.
No, I can't find it.
I said holding, not groping.
Oh yeah, highly
Trying to
suspicious
hold
and I'm fairly cute. That one.
See? Oh,
That one. Whatever she.
What's the other one that I feel like? I hear good things about Mating the Huntress. That book. That's an ebook though, I think.
This is the one I think Sam's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Highly
I saw that
suspicious
somewhere.
and unfairly cute.
Yeah.
It's all shiny. Yeah, I would read this one. But I don't know, does she have more after this one?
I think that's just a standalone, that one. On Goodreads, it doesn't have a number, so I'm assuming it's a standalone.
I don't know. But I'll read it because it's on my shelf.
Yeah, I do have it somewhere as well because there's like when it was really hyped, it was really cheap. I think I got it.
very low.
I
Oh,
added
website.
Actor Age E. Brown to my April TBR because of Katie.
That means I have to add it.
Yep,
now.
sorry, Alicia. You're welcome.
I've already got 3 other books that are like buddy read stuff.
Just
so
get the audiobook, you'll fly through it. Like,
what's
honestly.
one more?
I think I listened to it in a week or maybe less.
Well, this will probably be like a 2 to 3 day read for me. If I can manage it, probably 2 day.
Put in earlier and they started playing.
Well, we got April sorted. We just need to figure out the next book after that.
So this Actor Age Eve Brown is going to be April's book.
Well, there you go.
Absolutely.
And then we finished a trilogy in the year. Hooray.
Oh my goodness. Laura says highly suspicious and unfairly cute. Yes.
Cue the Hallelujah chorus for Katie when she was like this.
Yeah, you wait when we discuss it in May, it'll be, wouldn't it? Hallelujah.
I have that on my TBR this one. Which one? The highly suspicious and unfairly cute?
Yeah,
I
I
could
think-
not
yeah.
add anything else on my TBR this month, and I'm kind of behind. So,
Well,
no.
this month there's only like a week left anyway. It'd be more April, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I still have like half my TBR to read.
So have I, and I'm reading a book that
It's just
wasn't even on my
guidelines.
TBR.
It's not rules. Guidelines.
What is a TBR? I don't know.
Just guidelines.
To be reasoned with.
I always start off reading the TBR and then I will like pick up something else halfway.
Would you like another book from this world?
But who would it be about?
I want a book about the grandmother.
Yeah, isn't she like lesbian grandmother, isn't she?
Something like that, but she seems very like a very
What's her name
interesting
again?
character.
Gigi?
I want
What's her
something
name?
from
Yeah,
her point of view.
Gigi.
I can't remember what's her girlfriend's name again.
I don't remember.
Oh,
But yeah, I
Naomi,
like
'cause I know it's there.
hers,
Like,
or
but yeah,
even just like a novella or something.
yeah.
Um,
She's a funny, sassy woman, isn't she?
or any of the friends between like Sorsha. We could have, maybe she'll find someone.
You just want to match everyone up. Let's match the friends.
You get
Or
a
maybe-
partner.
You know what?
You
We
get
need a
partner.
book. We need a book of the cat, don't we? We need a book where the cat finds its mate. What's the name of the cat again?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Or even that guy that was supposedly dating Zahir's sister, I think it was. Maybe they have a story. That would be a good one. Or even the niece, maybe she finds somebody. She's college bound, so Point is, we would read it.
We have ideas, Talia Hibbert, so there you go.
There you
If
go.
you're watching this, novellas can happen.
Yep. What books would you recommend that are similar?
Annie Hazelwood books, I guess.
That was the
Yeah,
first
I would
one
say
that came
so
to
because
mind.
she does the same
Oh,
kind
okay.
of like good representation in her
Should be
like
able to, but
contemporary
access to
romance.
the
So I would say that's a good pick.
So
I mean, any rom-com, really. I mean, Tessa Bailey and Christina Lauren.
Elena Armas, the one that did the Spanish Love Deception.
Yep. I want to reread that one again.
I still need to read the other one.
I read the first.
I didn't like
no,
that
your
one.
tent will disappear if you leave.
What was it? The first American Roommate Experiment or
Yeah,
something?
that's the one. Yeah.
I read it. I didn't like it as much.
Yeah, I've not read that. And then she's got another one now as well, I think.
She has two more. The Long Game,
Yeah, the long
which I
game.
haven't read yet, and then there's another one called The Fiance Fiasco.
Fiance Dilemma. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. The Fiance Dilemma.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I got them when they were like cheap. Like £3, that'll do.
To be rolled over to next month.
Yeah, that's what it means. TBR. To be rolled to the next month.
That's a good one, actually. Because I will probably be doing some of that with my March TBR.
I used to do that. I just used to roll them forwards, like when I just never used to do TBRs. Like, well, I'm reading it next month.
Do we have any other comments about this book?
I feel like we covered it all.
Final thoughts, final comments?
No, we went over the representation.
Final speculations?
It was just a nice, cozy level book, I would say.
I agree.
Like if you want a nice, easygoing read that isn't too deep. It's got family involved, fake dating.
Who doesn't love all of
sexy times?
Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love a fake dating, sexy times trope? All right. Do we know yet where our next book is going to be hosted? Because
I
our
think
next
it's
book
me. Is it me? Yeah, it's me. And I think I've got it on. I literally had the date. I'm sure it was 20.
It was the something of April.
26th of April was the last Saturday.
Okay. So we'll be reading A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the first book in the spin-off for From Blood and Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam's probably already read it a bazillion times.
Oh, she has.
He's ready to spill.
Go out in the middle of the field.
She's in the middle of rereading it.
I was even thinking, like, I can't remember if I said it in my like
Your tent
current
here
vlog
or
that I'm
what? Just
doing
wanna
the
pick
other
up.
day, or if I just said it like to myself. I'm like, I think this is my like
Oh wait,
third or fourth reread. I don't know. It's a reread at least.
Oh my gosh.
What, of this one?
Yeah.
So you must have enjoyed it then. Was it the same rating each time?
I tend not to change my ratings if I like from the first one. But I used to be one if like anytime a new book came out, I would reread the others to like remind myself. But I had kind of stopped doing that within recent years. So
Here, we'll go up here.
because that would just take way too long for me to get to the new book if I keep doing that.
Here I am reading it for the first time. Oh. This one
We've
is
got
How
another
Long-
maiden in this one. A maiden,
Goodness.
as the fates promised.
525 pages.
It is a chunk.
Honestly, it really,
Well,
once you
before
get
everybody
into
runs
it, the way that her
second
writing
she's right
is,
across
it
the
just
street. I
flies
came
by.
Red.
Yeah. God. So, a shadow
Ooh.
in the ember.
His seductive touch ignites a passion that she's never allowed herself to feel and cannot feel for him.
Oh my goodness.
Are you ready for that seductive touch, Alicia?
I think I can handle myself. I mean, I read Aaron's Obsession, so between this book and the next two books I'm reading in April, me and Vanessa are reading Connor's Claim and Riordan's Revenge, and I heard those are quite spicy. So we'll see.
I need to pick up The Beast so I can continue my
So-
Katie Roberts read.
This is in the same world. Is it at the same time period? Was it this earlier? So it's kind of like a prequel series, yeah. Okay. So it's a maiden before time of Blood and Ash.
From what I've gathered is I think it's so we saw her in the Crown of Gilded Bones. This is her story. That's so it's in the same world, but it's before Poppy's time.
Just jump over your husband. Just
That's all I know.
Yeah, she is the white-haired lady that shows up in Crown of Gilded
Ooh,
Bones
what is that?
I see.
that they don't know the name of because of something that happens
stuff.
that
Okay.
kind of keeps her like name protected.
Dogs about got squished.
Ugh. I just literally just open a random page, chapter 11. Literally the sentence is their skin held the waxy pallor of death, scalp spur of hair, eyes endless black pits, and mouths, they were all wrong. I was just like, ugh. Flicking like this, and I was like, what? Yum.
I'm pretty sure I'm like past that point because I think
Yeah.
I know where you're what you're talking about.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't read it.
Well, there'll be some,
Oh,
some sort of gross beasts involved.
Oh my gosh.
Yum.
So if you would like to join us for A Shadow in the Ember, it'll be at the end of April.
Yeah, we need a good month to read.
On Katie's channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
By
Y'all
then I shall be an hour ahead as well, so it'll be back to the time again.
So basically our next two books is this one, because this is our March book, and this sounds like it's going to be our April book.
Yay!
So if you have read either of these and would like to join in the discussion, stay tuned.
Or if you've not read them and just want to read them to join in, you can do.
Exactly.
If you want to see Alicia's head explode in April,
Nice.
join.
All right, I'm gonna
Alicia's
switch to
head
buckshot.
will be exploded with this
And that
one.
shotgun.
We should
And
place
I'll
a bet.
probably have questions.
I was going to say we should place a bet on how many
Drive
questions.
around and chase them.
Every
I'm gonna
time
start
she says,
writing
I have
these down.
questions, just take a shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to make a guess now and say 20 questions.
20 questions.
Which is probably about average, isn't it?
I still say you need your own like notebook for all your questions of the
Yeah,
series.
I could.
Yes. When you read/listen or however you're gonna with this book, write the questions down, and then by the live we must find out who is the closest with how many questions.
Katie
I'm
says
saying 20. What are you saying, Sam?
Yeah.
Are you saying 20 as well?
Maybe
We'll
more.
peel off a little
But
bit from
yeah,
each
I'm
other
gonna
and
go with 20 being a good
search.
question number.
How many
when
do
I
you
had-
think, Alicia?
When I had questions and I wrote them down for a House of Sky and Breath, I think that was pretty close. I think I had like 18 questions. So anywhere in that ballpark, there's
Well, I
always
think
something.
because this is the new book in a different series, you're gonna gain more questions.
That is entirely possible.
Especially if it's linked to the other series.
You need one of those big cork boards where you can put
Yeah.
yarn in different places.
Yeah, we can just see it now, like these pictures.
Yeah, like have it in the background.
You're gonna have the
Everyone will
timeline with the
discuss.
red rope.
And
The
that's
whole
all
room
it's
is
on.
gonna have all these lines across.
This one is connected to this one because of this one over here.
The next live show,
Copy.
like, Alicia's gonna be sat in her chair with all these wires just crossed over in front of her.
Yep.
She's gonna get one of those pointer sticks that she extends, and that way she can go pop. This one.
Here is my first
Got 'em.
question. From here to here.
So I have discovered
Who is
that
this guy?
this is so and so's father, and this is the mother of, and
But that's what we come here for, the entertainment of Alicia's questions.
stick around. I will have some. And brought to you by our current read. Oh my gosh. All right. If there's nothing else about Take a Hint, Dani Brown, we've already discussed what books are coming up. My cough needs to take a break. Anything else?
No, I think that's it, isn't it?
Then we bid everyone adieu, and we will see you next time on our book discussions.
Yeah, so it should be my channel for the next one.
Katie's next up, and then
See you
Sam.
in about a month.
Yep. So come back and see us
For the question.
Bye. For all of